Hello, everyone. My name is Melinda Hart. You are watching Stamping with Hart. You can find more information about me on my blog at stampingwithhart.blogspot.com. And today we are going to be working with the Bottled Happiness stamp set. This is a stamp set that is going to be available in the new catalog, which comes out on May 3rd, 2022. It's called the Annual Catalog from Stampin' Up. And you may be wondering why I am doing projects and showing them to you a month before you can actually get the stamp set. And it is because there's two reasons. One, I want to talk a little bit about what it's like for demonstrators behind the scenes, who have Stampin' Up businesses, and a lot of the different things that you can get access to that maybe you don't know about if you're not a demonstrator yourself. And I also needed to make some samples prior to an event that I am going to be attending called On Tour. Stampin' Up is holding this event for demonstrators. It's so much fun. And as you know, part of signing up for On Tour, we are able to get a stamp set in a catalog early so that we have a chance to go through it, get ready to, prepare for our pre-order, to get a little jump on working with new products for all of you, so that we can show you what's coming. So Stampin' Up demonstrators are allowed to show you the cover of the new catalog, but we cannot show you the inside of the catalog until it is released on May 3rd. So that's why you'll see a lot of catalog covers being teased. And we are allowed to show you anything that we make with the pre-order product that we get. And this is technically considered pre-order product. I never get to work with Mary Merlot. It's rare that I can stay within a whole color family, but with this first card, I was able to stay with the Neutrals collection colors. Stampin' Up has several different color collections, neutrals, brights, subtles, and regals, and there are 10 in each set. Really nice range of colors. And so this is the neutrals. So this is Mary Merlot. I decided to do a double stamp for every wine bottle. I really wanted that Merlot look to be very rich and luxurious, frankly. So here we are adding the cork. I'm going to use crumb cake for the cork color. And I noticed when I was stamping with the crumb cake over the Mary Merlot, because I was stamping so quickly thereafter and it was a lighter color, it seemed to be pulling up some of the Merlot. So I started cleaning it in between working with the wine bottles. So if you're wondering why I'm doing that. Now for the cork, I wanted a lighter look, so I only stamped the cork one time. This tool that you see me working with, if you don't already know, is the Stamparatus. And the Stamparatus is a stamp positioning tool. It allows you to be very precise. It also allows you to make mistakes when you're stamping, and you can always stamp it again. So here we're just building out our scene. Now I'm starting to stamp the labels in Sahara Sand ink. And what I decided to do here was, again, I just inked it one time for the labels. Really like that aged look on the labels with the Sahara Sand color. But I decided I was going to fussy cut and put these labels over top of the wine bottles. So that's why you see me stamping a little bit lower underneath those bottles, because I'm going to trim all of this down. This ended up being an unusual measurement of a card, but I would tell you that I would probably give this card if I was giving a gift of a bottle of wine to somebody. So this would probably go in a long gift bag that would hold a water bottle, and then also this particular card. So I'll go over the measurements of the card here in a moment. But there is a sentiment on the stamp set that says, "Wine not." Okay, so just really cute play on words. And I did not want the "not" on there, so I masked off, which is why you're seeing me sticking that little Post-it back on. Every time I re-inked the stamp, I only wanted to ink the word wine. so that it could just look like a little, generic wine bottle. But the beauty of the Stamparatus is it is so precise and everything will stamp, perfectly lined up along those hinges there, just depending on the measurements of your stamps, that people will do a double take. They won't realize that it's been hand stamped. And that speaks so much to the quality of this particular tool. So I decided to go with Let's Get Into This Spirit, which was the another sentiment available, in the Bottled Happiness stamp set. Now here I decided to use just a clear block instead of the Stamparatus so that I could create a border with this, I'm not sure what to call this leaf branch stamp. I'm not specifically sure what that is. I want to say it looks like wheat to me. But regardless, I stamped tone on tone here. So this is Crumb Cake ink with Crumb Cake cardstock. I absolutely love the way this pattern turned out. I would do this pattern again with like a really large sentiment stamp or something along those lines. I just think that had a really cool look to it. But it's going to become the background for our wine bottles here. So let me talk to you for a moment about the card measurements, and then I'm going to get a little bit into some of the behind the scenes stuff that I wanted to talk to you about. So once we trim this piece down, the basic white piece with the wine bottles on it turns into 3.5 by 6.5 inches. These wine labels are going to be fussy cut out by me and placed over the wine bottles here in a moment. The crumb cake layer is 4 by 7. And then the card base itself, which is a Mary Merlot card base, the Mary Merlot cardstock, I should say, it turns out to be 7.5 by, it should be 4.5. Yeah. So 4.5 by 7.5. And what you're going to do is take a 9-inch piece and score it at 4.5 to get that base. So on this card, the second card that I was working on, I had forgotten about one extra piece to create the shelf. So I did use the In Good Taste Designer Series paper, the lightest possible wood grain color I could get, and I cut it to, I believe it was 1/2 inch by 6.5 inches, and placed it under the wine bottles to create that look of a shelf. And you'll see that at the very last step of me making this card. So let me get a little bit into some of the behind the scenes of all of this, because as demonstrators are preparing for a new catalog, there's a number of things that we do to get ready for it. We place pre-orders so that we can, come up with good product and good ideas for you when the new catalog comes out. We get ready to, prep and send catalogs to all of our customers and all of that lovely stuff, right? So there's a few things that I want you to know, including on tour. Okay, so Stampin' Up offers a lot of fun activities behind the scenes. And these are the things that I don't get to talk about a lot when I talk about the starter kit. So what does that mean? When you join Stampin' Up, you get to purchase what's called a starter kit at a discount. And this cost of the kit is $99, free shipping on it, but you get to choose $125 worth of product, and that could be whatever product that you want. I remember when I purchased my starter kit, I put the Stamparatus in it. I put one of the in color collections in it, like the markers and the stamp sets. I think I got some, white cardstock. I think I got a bundle. So you can really customize your starter kit if, you have a wish list. There are some things that you would like to get, or if you're very excited when products come out from the new catalog. This is a way to get first access, first look, and first grabs at new things. So purchasing the starter kit has so many benefits to it. The ones that are right at the top in terms of benefits are, number one, you get a $26 savings, not including the fact that it's a very heavy box and you get free shipping on it. That in itself is great. But once you become a demonstrator, you actually get to save 20% to start on all of your orders. And that's for as long as you are a demonstrator. And just depending on if you plan on being a hobby demonstrator, meaning somebody who likes to purchase the products and collects things, but you don't want to sell anything, you still get access to everything because you are a demonstrator. You're just in it for the hobby. So the number one benefit for you is getting the first look, the first opportunity to order, and of course, the discount, right? We get that community. There's a lot of inspiration. There are different Facebook groups that I'm a part of as a demonstrator, and I get to see the cards that they make. They get to see the cards that I make. And whether or not you choose to share is entirely up to you, but you will gain access to those things. So that's just the first piece of this. That's the first layer of this. But whenever we are getting ready for a new catalog, whenever we are in a pre-order phase like we are right now, you can actually put pre-order items just like Bottled Happiness, the Bottled Happiness stamp set, in your starter kit. Okay, so in addition to all of the fun stuff I just talked about, you could actually put pre-order products in your starter kit. That is so cool because you don't get to see it unless you're a demonstrator or unless you're putting it in a starter kit, because we cannot share the inside of catalogs prior to the date that the catalog launches. So that's a huge, huge benefit. So as you see me working with this stamp set, and yes, I am showing a little earlier than I typically would, I am making these projects so that I can share them with my friends on the On Tour group page. And that is only, for demonstrators who signed up for On Tour, and it's only for Stampin' Up demonstrators, right? So On Tour it's like a community thing for stampers where we get a chance to learn and share, and we get to take our new stamp sets and create, cards and projects that we can share with everyone inside of that group. So that was the purpose of today's project. So I just want you to know that if you've ever been interested in purchasing the starter kit, or maybe you've purchased it in the past but have gone back to being a customer, this is a great time to sign up. This catalog, the new one that's coming out, is incredible and you're going to love it. And you can actually put those brand new things inside your kit. So that is just unbeatable. So just know that it is possible for you to get the stamp set now if you would want it. If you're interested in getting that starter kit, if you're a demonstrator and we're in a pre-order period, you can go ahead and place your pre-order. So it's entirely up to you. And if you have any questions about that, you can let me know. Now let me jump back into the tutorial here for a second. So I am now using the 2021-2023 in colors. The first card that I just worked on was with Fresh Freesia, and this one is with Polished Pink and Soft Succulent. Both of the card bases are going to be in Soft Succulent. And I'm using my Stamparatus again. That was a 2-step stamp that you see between the leaves and the flowers. And what I wanted to do was create a little more greenery, and I wanted to create some stems that looked like they were going into that bottle, or that vase, we can call it. So what I'm doing is a combination of full color stamping and then stamping off once, so that I have like a variety of looks of leaves. And now I'm going back in and I'm strengthening up the color, that polished pink, by making it very bold. So I'm doing several layers of color there. And I repeat that same process with the sentiment over the vase. And the vase was stamped in Pool Party. So between my voice and the issues with technology today, I did not get to film the end of this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in a few pictures at the end that you can see how I finished out the making of these cards. But again, just very basic card layouts here, but just adding some intensity with the color of the leaves with the Fresh Freesia and the Polished Pink and the Soft Succulent. If you have any questions about the starter kit, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can leave me a direct message. You can leave me a comment. You can email me, whatever you are comfortable with. And I'm happy to help you if you need help, or answer any questions if you have any questions. If you are not already on my email list, I highly recommend you do that. And you can find the link to my email list in the description box below. If you're sitting there and you're asking yourself, is that for you? If you're dealing with the fear factor of not knowing what it's like because you've never signed up before, just consider a few options. Do you love seeing what Stampin' Up! Demonstrators do with their different projects, right? Do you look forward to seeing videos on Facebook or on YouTube? Do you get really excited about the catalog walkthrough videos? Do you make lists of products that you cannot wait to get? Do you get really excited about a particular bundle, or are you somebody who likes to make lots of cards, not only for holidays and our most popular card making occasions, but also so that you can donate them, or so that you can, have like a weekly kind of get together and put together some card kits or things like that? If you are that person, then this is definitely something that would be so valuable to you. And you know what? There's no worries if you decide, oh, I want to go back to being a customer. You can do that. So I will include a link in the description below. If you are interested in signing up, I will have the starter kit link in the description as well. Thank you so much and have a great day.